Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Art and React. I'm your artist Faye, and today we are watching Lord of the Mysteries episode 8. Now, as usual, here is the TLDR of what happened in the previous episode. Basically, Klein was guarding the Chinese gate on his own, which is, kind of really creepy. And there's this doll that activated because of the Antigonus notebook that was put in the Chinese gate, behind the Chinese gate, and it somehow activated the cursed doll. The cursed doll wanted to give Klein a piece of paper, which we don't know what's in there, but I have a theory that it's actually the potion to the clown sequence pathway. Maybe, because we find out that the Antigonus family are like connected to the seer pathway, so they probably have that potion, right? And then there is also Roselle in the club, the tarot card club. We actually see the Hanged Man. Wait, who is that? Yeah, Mr. Hanged Man and the Justice, all three. I keep forgetting the name of the guy in the tarot card club. They finally gave Klein some pages from Roselle's diary, and Klein was reading it, and there was something about a Zaratul. I don't really know much about it except that Zaratul wanted to steal something, and yeah. Oh, and Klein realized that everything is connected, like all the things that led to him getting the Antigonus notebook and this and that, and then he has a breakthrough with his cultivation with his pathway, and then because he realized that being a seer is not doesn't mean that he's omnipotent, omniscient, and but that breakthrough is kind of useless because he doesn't have the potion for the next level, the clown potion. He can't join the circus yet, basically. And oh, and he also meets a very suspicious pregnant woman who may or may not give birth to a demon. So that was pretty much what happened in the previous episode. So let's get on with episode 8. Hoi University. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Klein, are you under a bridge like a hobo?
自从上次之后，就再也占卜不到任何线索，连灰雾的力量都不能突破干扰。幕后之人很强。
Oh yeah, he kind of figured out there's a mastermind.
必须考虑更厉害的底牌才行。
That there's a mastermind that kind of led him to everything, right? He's trying to figure out who that mastermind is.
武器除了枪，就只有符咒。符咒？对了，扬言符咒。得想个办法，薅一下那滴永恒烈阳神血的羊毛。克莱恩，阿兹克先生，
Mr. Azik, what are they doing under a bridge?
一脸疲惫。
Oh, they're fishing.
幕后黑手的下落
Is that legal? That sounds illegal to be fishing in that river.
也没再露出破绽。
You know, someone who lives in Europe, there are spots where you're allowed to fish, but but usually you're not allowed to fish in the river. No. I'm pretty sure you need a license to actually fish in the river. Because if you're allowed to fish in the river, then everybody would be doing it, right?
我知道。
This is random, but I remember I was walking. I live near a small lake. It's a man-made lake, but there are fishes in there. And I was walking my dog, and I see this like 4-year-old. He was dragging along a huge fucking fish that's like the size of his arm, and I was like, did this kid fish that from that lake? What the? How? There were such big fishes in that lake? What the hell? It was weird. And I'm pretty sure it was illegal to fish there. But hey, we just let the kids do whatever they want, you know?
阿兹克先生，有件事我想恳请您。
You know, I just realized Mr. Asic is kind of like, since this is kind of like a cultivation novel, right? The pathway system is very similar to cultivating in, you know, again, cultivation novel. This means that Mr. Asic has the role of Shizun towards Klein, since he is his previous professor. But that also means that Old Man Neil is also a Shizun towards Klein. Club time. I really love the transition that they make with the watch and then moving to this gray mist area. The club room. How do you guys call this gray mist area? Should I just call it the club room?
这件事的周期注定漫长。
我有接触几个隐秘的非凡者圈子，有望交易到更多日记。尊敬的愚者先生，倒吊人先生，我希望能获得一些隐秘组织的信息。
不用看。
So she's part of another secret organization.
的愚者，世界到位只有青铜。这些组织大多行踪诡谲，隐匿于暗处。 我也仅知道冰山一角，更多的只能找人。
I mean, that's why they're called secret organizations.
且无比危险。
我只需要你知道的冰山一角就好了。
就算是这样，你依然得付出极大的代价。
代价？你指的是什么
？1000磅，不能连号的旧账。我去，1000磅！
Damn, that's a lot of money.
一套田根独栋豪宅就换个冰山一角，太贵了吧？正义小姐虽然是贵族，但也不可能一下子拿出那么多的。
You must know, Miss Audrey is filthy rich. That's probably pocket money for her.
倒吊人先生，
没错，还是同样的电视。 同样的，收货人。我去，这么好，1000磅说给就给了。淡定，周明瑞，不就是钱吗？要维持住愚者先生的体面。
He still calls himself Zoming Rui in this area.
比较有影响力的隐秘组织约有上百个。第4纪就已经诞生的古老组织有密修会、魔女教派和摩斯孔修会等。 其中公认最早的是摩斯孔。
I didn't know the demonist sect was so old.
序列型叫做窥密人。
Oh, O'Neill's secret
这个组织的成员信仰知识
sequence pathway.
并尊称其为
Secret path.
隐匿的贤者。早期的摩斯苦修会非常受人尊敬，但如今已堕落成了邪恶组织。
为什么？崇拜知识并不邪恶呀。
但如果
Exactly.
知识本身活了，
How does knowledge become alive?
传言隐匿贤者活了，他变成了人格化的。
Did knowledge become a god?
纪
Like,
元初期才诞生的组织有玫瑰学派和崇尚死神的灵教团等，他们都发源于南大陆。而极光会、要素黎明、心理炼金会等，则是近200-300年才出现。
Aurora Order is the one that's targeting
倒吊人
Klein,
先生，愚者先生，
if I
我
remember
有几个疑问
correctly.
好，今天就到这里吧。
Klein showing off some cleavage over there. He's trying to rival Leonard.
拜托阿兹克先生的事，都好几天也没点动静。
I feel like Klein is always, whenever he's not ready and proper, his shirt is always halfway buttoned.
先生，您说什么？
Ew! Did he just swallow his toothpaste?
小心，恩斯，梅丽莎，
Dude, your gun is out.
怎么回来的这么早？
克莱恩，那是枪。
这个其实，我现在也
Will Melissa and Benson find out in this episode that he's actually a Beyonder? Or in the future episodes? Because it's kind of suspicious. Like, also he's working for the police now. That's not suspicious at all. Like, why did he not tell them that sooner? Suspicious. But it would make sense. Doesn't he have like a police badge in the novel? Oh, is that the favor he asked of Mr. Isaac? To target the Evernight believers?
是他。
都说了，我还要任务在身。哎呀，任务你做得完，要懂得忙里偷闲。喂，莱特，2杯南威尔啤酒，他买单。死老头，就知道坑我酒钱。
尼尔先生，你们好。
哟，克莱恩，这么巧啊！莱特，再加一杯，还是？知道，他买单。
Oh, I just realized this is the place Klein went to at the very beginning to find out where the Nighthawks are.
一会儿呛死我可不救你啊！你是为码头那事儿来的吧？
是啊，真邪门了，闹个鬼还挑信仰，只针对黑夜女神信徒。码头又是代法者辖区，现在传什么的都有，我必须来和邓恩碰一碰。代法者和职业者可不能因为谣言。
Look how he's drinking, so cute. I don't know why, but Klein is very adorable to me. Like his mannerisms, they're very, very cute.
列朗奇，满上。那些灵体非常诡异，很难驱除。从形态上看很古老，像是第4纪的亡灵。
可以确定是阿兹克先生出手了。接下来该我上场了。来，我敬2位一杯。
That's random. Probably why they laughed.
我还有任务，下次来码头酒吧，我们2个老家伙不醉不归。话说回来，你叫克莱恩是吧？我之前就看出来，你是个人才。考虑考虑，加入我们代发者怎么样？
行了，赶紧走吧你。
尼尔，你今天欠我2杯酒钱，下次得加倍还我。走了。
Old Neil is like indebted to everyone.
这个酒鬼啊！
抱歉打扰了。
Leonard!
老尼尔，队长。
My wife husband, who is showing off so much cleavage in that pose.
你对那里比较熟悉，文纳德和克里经验不够，你和他们一起去处理一下。
我？
队长，让我去吧。
哎呦，我这老腰啊，是真不行喽。
Yeah, let old Neil rest.
50岁以上有双倍任务补贴。
我觉得克莱恩的话还是有道理的，我会帮助他准确运用占卜追查。
I mean, double the pay would be nice.
不要鲁莽行事。
我知道了，队长。队长，
So that means old Neil is over 50 already.
有没有什么好办法可以快速驱除呢？
这方面只有30782最合适。
Damn. I just realized in this scene, you can really see his hairline receding. It's no wonder Klein keeps pointing it out. Oh, you poor man. Gonna be half bald.
这方面只有30782最合适。
哦，变异的太阳盛会。当时我们1分钟就清除掉了播报怨恨，如果这次也
不行。
是有些棘手。
Klein really wants that. What was it? A brooch? Was it a brooch?
亡灵里万一有个强力的怨魂，再加上那里又是代法者辖区，我们要
Do you say brooch or brooch?
到时候还要回来找你搬救兵，这实业者的名声恐怕不好收场啊。
That's not suspicious at all, the way he's acting. He's usually never this
本地
talkative.
要多注意，绝对不能在同一个地方停留1小时以上。
明白，队长。
Damn.
你想方
the animators really didn't need to show off Leonard's cleavage right like that. This is a choice, by the way. They have so many ways to show off that Leonard was wearing that brooch. But no, they had to use this specific scene. Like with Leonard's pecs, his cleavage right in front of our face. Respectfully, I am definitely looking.
和我一起出任务是故意的吧？啊？看我劝你
Wait,
和我一起出任务是故意的吧？啊？看我劝你最好放弃不实际的幻想，即使
does
是
he
任务你也
does Leonard think that Klein has the hots for him?
谁喜欢你同学？不要这么自恋好不好？请问
Loki Leonard is also a little bit delusional, but that's what I like about him. I like whatever's wrong with him.
我一直就要职业者大名。我是新负责码头区的警长盖特。
When are we going to meet the character with the best name in the series? You know, Officer Bitch.
是最严重的地方。
这些人都谁呀？肯定是来驱魔的。驱魔？
Exorcist.
漂亮男人，我只在议员老爷。
Are they talking about Leonard? Fancy men like that are only seen in politicians' laps or noblewomen's arms. Are they saying that Leonard is so pretty he's just a boy toy? Damn.
贵妇们怀里看到过，能行？
中间那俩毛都没长全呢。
哎，这不老尼尔吗？听说有点东西啊。
有什么呀？一把年纪
He's ancient.
自己的
He's ancient. He might get possessed. Let the man retire, guys.
这里人太多，长官们的能力是否不方便发挥啊？各位请放心，我们确实是专业的。为了这次驱魔，我们专门备了圣水、圣灰和大蒜。
What?
这些都是驱魔仪式必备。居然还真是专业的。
Are they going to fake exorcising the ghosts?
大帝说过，平事必须大于内容。
Like, why are there people around there anyway? Couldn't they just, you know, send them away? Like, hello, we are doing exorcisms here. If you guys don't want to get possessed on accident, please leave. Holy shit, look at that ghost crawling on the back. Is he possessed now? Oh no! He got possessed by a dog? Or it's just the ghost acting like a dog?
哈斯克先生这一吹，够味儿，够地道。
See, this is why I said the civilians should just leave.
大哥，也戏眼全套，不要暴露我。
The ghost is like, oh wait, this is Mr. Asik's friend.
这些不是普通王爷。
Oh, look at Leonard, he's losing his composure.
3072开始起效了。
This is like the first time I've seen Leonard act so goofy.
女神庇佑，刚才只是小插曲。接下来，我们的驱魔师将正式开启仪式，净化邪灵。为什么是我？ 新人福利。
Oh yeah, Klein was their latest recruit. Oh no. Oh no, that's so embarrassing. And Klein is very easily embarrassed, I feel like. He's very thin-skinned, as they say in cultivation novels. But he has to perform for that brooch. So all these people who saw Klein, I wonder if one day they will see him and be like, oh hey, you're that exorcist. You know, when he's walking around with Melissa and Benson, and be like, oh hey, it's Mr. Exorcist, hello. And Melissa and Benson will be like, exorcist? What the fuck do they mean exorcist? And Klein will be like, oh, you must be mistaken. I am not an exorcist. Maybe yonder. Hey, it's that cursed lady. I recognize that baby blue anywhere.
富尔安先生，
他刚刚踢我了。谢谢您，先生，您救了我们的命。愿我主
Lady, you have a parasite in you, just so you know.
家里人已经接受这个孩子了。
I don't think her family accepted her pregnancy. I think she killed her family. Maybe that baby was controlling her and killed her mother.
然而无私的下落。
狼耳无私，那个1万多磅的诈骗犯。
Drinking on the job, my
少
dude.
喝点儿，当心喝死了。
死于酗酒。那可再好不过了。
This guy, Loki, has a death flag flying over him.
尼尔先生，
It's just so suspicious how they're, you know, showcasing his friendship so closely right now.
时间长了，
Since he's technically just a random NPC that appeared out of nowhere. Well, he was shown earlier.
喝酒唱歌，沙利斯特在旁为大家弹琴伴奏。
沙里斯特，
啊，我妻子。沙利斯特走了
哦
好些年了，那一帮老家伙现在也只剩下富尔安和我了。
Oh, that's sad.
不用这种表情，死是生命的安眠与归宿。对我们这些人来说，只要不失控而死，就是神灵的赐福。怎么了？
How long has she been walking around this harbor? What's she searching for? A specific type of fish to because she's craving it?
真是奇怪，这么难清除的灵，被附身的人居然没有受到什么伤害。
码头灵异事件的起因，什么都占卜不出来。也是，阿兹克先生位格那么高，除非他放水，否则我
So
什么
if
都不可能
they're a higher sequence level, he cannot divine them. Maybe he can once he's at a higher level too.
你看到的应该是南大陆道金字塔，无论是东西拜老还是高地王国，只有所谓的死神后裔，才能为自己修建这样的灵器。
死神，那个和原初魔女联手，在北大陆掀起苍白之灾的邪恶存在。
死神
That's the pale disaster.
制造邪
Mean
恶之
ghosts,
时
because you know
是
they're
有
pale.
程度吗？阿兹克先生是在一片石堆中苏醒的，难道就是苍白之灾战场？如果阿兹克先生真是死神后裔，那幕后黑手取走阿兹克先生孩子的头骨，就更值得警惕了。
That really is concerning. But then that would mean that they needed to know that that kid was descended
1小时轮换，
from Mr. Asic.
终于等到这一刻了。黑夜女神领域的符咒全纯银已经够烧强了，这玩意儿更牛，直接烧黄金，
Oh damn. It's expensive to be a god, sun god believer. To be a god. That's crazy. And Leonard and Kenley are not feeling that? Like whatever is going on over here? They can't hear the crazy wind blowing inside that room?
赐予我完成扬言符咒的力量。
Oh, low tide.
烈阳的血液，请将你的力量传递给我的符咒。
So, because he got that sequence pathway from the Sun God, does this mean he can now be part of the Sun God believers, even though he's technically part of the Evernight Goddess
奇怪，
fraction? His shadow moved. Wait. Oh, rip. The guy got killed. There's a sea monster around. Well, it's a good thing Klein finished whatever he's doing. Well, actually, oh, it's a Beyonder derailment. Okay, it's not one of those creepy ass ghosts or monster. Because I was about to say, it's not as creepy as the other monsters that we've fought before.
他失控前至少序列8，必须在船上把它解决了，千万不能让他再下到塔索克河。你先带3678离开。科林，走。
Oh dear, the way he's running is super weird. Like, look at that. The corner. That was also weird animation. The way he just jumped to save that guy is very strange. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels off, you know, the movement. You know, sometimes I feel like there's some animation errors going on in this show. Like, not necessarily errors, but there's some awkward animations. Is what I'm trying to say. I guess scenes like this are super cool. And I think they really shine whenever it's like a fight scene. But sometimes when the characters are just standing there and doing something more simple, they do have some awkward movements here and there. Go, Leonard! Go, Klein! I still think it's so interesting how Leonard is a close-range fighter. Will he get a weapon of his own? Or, like, aside from a gun? Because I feel like a gun is a basic issued weapon to... What's his face? The Nighthawks. Also, did you guys see? Klein, he's crying. Look at him. My baby, mashallah. You're so cute. Awkward guy. Oh, that's suspicious. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Is that the guy he was drinking with? he did say that that guy is supposed to be a higher level beyonder, like this monster. Lucky.
这也能行？
Even Leonard was speechless. Oh, it is him. Oh. Poor old Neil. He lost his last friend. From his era, at least.
福尔兰先生，他已经彻底失控，没有回转余地了。
嗯。
我来吧。尼尔先生，你的手。
What is he taking off? It kind of makes sense for the guy to be like such a fishy looking monster because isn't he like a believer of the god of storms? I wonder if monsters, the Beyonders who derailed, become monsters that are very close to the gods they believe in. There's bound to be some characters or organization that seeks to control Beyonders who derailed, like some pet monsters. Oh, you know what's also sad is that he said that it's a mercy if Beyonders don't die from derailment. So I feel like Old Neil also has a death flag. I already felt that Old Neil has a death flag the first time I saw him. Well, not the first time, but a couple times. Just seemed like someone who would die for Klein, you know, to progress the plot because of how close he is to Klein too. So, I do wonder if Old Neil will derail at some point because of how, you know, he's doing emotionally. Because if you think about it, isn't derailment like some form of chi deviation, technically, right? I do wonder if all of his friends derailed. This is the first time I've ever seen Klein's house be so creepy. Usually it's very warm and welcoming because of Melissa and Benson.
力量加持，无论是笔记的引诱还是幕后黑手，我应该都有一战之力。但这保命的底牌，没法应对非凡时空。队长说过，大多数职业者都死于时空。那我还有队长他们，是不是也逃不过这种宿命？怕什么？连神的样貌我都能薅到手，凡事总有办法解决。
You have hope, Klein. You're the protagonist in this story.
对自身掌控力越高，非凡能力越强，就能降低时空风险。
That would make sense, actually.
找时机。
Because if you think about it, if you're someone like me, like if I were in this world, I would definitely want to become a Beyonder, even if I would, suffer from derailment. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to be a higher level Beyonder. I would be satisfied with becoming a seer or a mystery prior. Because I feel like it's just more fun, and you don't have to fight and, do a bunch of stuff. Just being a seer sounds fun. But if the threat of derailment is higher at a lower sequence, which makes sense, then that means I definitely would want to get into a higher sequence pathway. Okay? I definitely would want to get into a higher sequence so that I don't get chi deviation, basically. Because that's pretty much how it also is in wuxia novel. You guys know what I mean, the Chinese cultivation novels, right? So yeah.
把扮演法透露给队长他们，也是时候结生小丑了。
Yes, Klein, time to join the circus. Let's fucking go! So that was an interesting episode. Kinda sad, to be honest. But not too sad, because I don't really care too much about this fallen guy, I'm not attached to him like I'm attached to other characters. Honestly, I'm not really attached to many of the characters so far. Except for maybe Klein and Leonard. Because I don't really know much about these characters. I'm pretty sure that at this point in the novel, a lot of people are already, connected with all of the characters that Klein met. But I feel like they didn't really do a good job of connecting us with all of these characters in the donghua. Because again, they have a limited amount of time, and it's understandable that they have to cut certain things. I'm not criticizing them for that. It's just, it is what it is. That's just how it is with a lot of adaptations. We are just lucky we didn't get the same treatment as Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Oh my god. Every time I hear about anything that's happened in the live action of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, I shed a freaking tear, because what the fuck. And also now I hear that Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, the anime, is getting directed by the same person who directed the movie. Hello? I'm not watching that if they're gonna mess up the whole thing. The live action of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint isn't even Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint anymore, because they changed so much. It's just so annoying. So I'm just grateful that it seems like the only issues that a lot of fans have is the pacing of the donghua, and also the donghua scenes getting rearranged. How some certain settings are different, how Klein met Melissa's friend in the divination club in the donghua, instead of helping her out find an amulet for the birthday girl in the black market. Stuff like that. Small scenes that isn't really, super important how they met. As long as the scenes still play, it still ends up the same, conclusion and stuff like that. And also the characters still seem like the characters that they are in the novel. Unlike Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, where they change everything. yeah. So, oh, also news. I also found out that we are getting a decade's worth of content for Lord of the Mysteries. So that means I am employed as a reaction channel for a decade. This is going to be fun. I'll be here for a decade, and I hope you guys will stay with me as I continue to react to Lord of the Mysteries. The new seasons that I will react to for Lord of the Mysteries, I will probably know so much more because I will have read the novel by then. And yeah, so it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, what do you guys think of this episode? I enjoyed it. There are some very comedic things that happened in this episode. It's not super serious. Well, the end kind of turned serious, but you know, in the middle of the episode, it was very comedic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, before I go, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps my channel out a lot. Check out my webcomic Dreaming of Aurora if you have the time. And finally, thanks to my patrons Robek, Vanarik, and Jvoltska for the support. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!